Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my second part of my speech on Down syndrome. I'd like to begin by telling you how a parent reacts when they first find out that their child is diagnosed with Down syndrome. I, as a parent, felt denial. That was the first thing that I felt because I could not believe that this was happening to me, to my child, and to my family. The next thing was guilt. I felt like I had did something wrong during my pregnancy that led my child to have Down syndrome. I soon found out that this was not something that I did. It was just something that had happened when my baby was conceived. I found it very helpful to talk to your parents, to your family, to my partner. It was a relief to talk this as a family, to let everyone know how my child was and the ways that I felt. The next thing I felt was fear of the unknown. I did not know what was going to happen the day of tomorrow with my child. I felt that I had no idea of what my child was going to go through as the days went by. The next thing was disappointment. I felt disappointed because I thought I was perfect and I deserved a perfect child. Well, I was wrong. Things happened and I was in the hot seat. So it was my turn to go through what other parents go through. I found it very helpful that there was people willing to help me, to explain, to answer the questions that I had. I, in 2 weeks, learned all this information that you cannot imagine. I think it was just too much for me to cope with. I have a social worker who helps me with whatever resource I need for my child. First, she started off with the nurse. A nurse would come visit every 2 weeks to see how my child was doing. Soon, I got a teacher who comes and helps me teach my child her motor skills. She has been very helpful because we have been setting goals after goals. And once the goals are completed, we go on to the next goal, which is nice. I also found helpful through my social worker to talk to other parents, to meet these other parents who have a child just like mine. This has been very helpful because now I I feel that I'm not alone, that there is other people out there going through the same situation as I am right now. I hope that this was very informative and that you now know that Down syndrome can happen to anybody. Any baby out there can be born with this syndrome, and it's not something that we can control. I myself had never imagined having a child with this disability, but now I feel like I'm special. I feel that life has gotten a little more interesting. I feel that my daughter is doing well, even though she is going through a lot right now. When she is sick, she brings this smile and she's an inspiration to me and my family. She reminds me that life goes on. No matter what you're going through, life has a good side to it, and that we need to make the most of this. Thank you.